You live or die.
It's here, and it's glorious. Finally, after all the wait, the full-fledged trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine is here, and it seems like Marvel is finally on track after the recent duds. The Marvel Jesus is here to save the franchise, and he is accompanied by a buffed-up Wolverine. The new Deadpool and Wolverine trailer gives a closer look at the upcoming buddy cop movie filled with Easter eggs and references. One of the most contrasting details about the trailer is Hugh Jackman's return as Wolverine. However, this is not the Wolverine we're familiar with, so let's take a deep dive and explore everything about the trailer and how this Wolverine is different from the one we've seen. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin.
This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action.
A world in shambles. The new trailer gives us a glimpse at a new world where Wolverine is dejected by the people. The TVA's Paradox also explains that this variant of Wolverine failed to save his world. While we previously saw that in Logan, Professor X led to the extinction of X-Men, it is still a mystery as to what actually transpired in this universe. We also see Wolverine breaking down at what seems to be the graves of his fallen friends, which is a direct reference to the tombs of X-Men in the comic Days of Future Past. There is a sequence where Deadpool and Wolverine make their stand against adversaries in what seems to be a destroyed city. This could suggest that after the X-Men fell in this world, evil forces have risen up to take charge of various constituencies. We also get a shot of Deadpool fighting against TVA agents in the snow-clad woods of probably Canada. This means that we'll get more Canadian jokes, as Ryan Reynolds doesn't shy away from making Canada jokes, and he'll probably drag Hugh Jackman as well. Deadpool also explains that he is about to lose everything he ever cared about, confirming the rumor that his universe is apparently dying, though it is still unclear who or what is exactly destroying Deadpool's world. Therefore, he is recruited by TVA to help save his universe, and Deadpool urges Wolverine to join forces with him and help save his world. This can also be a redemption mission for Wolverine, who failed to protect his universe. However, we also get a shot of Deadpool fighting with TVA agents, suggesting that Deadpool will go against TVA's orders and try to solve the whole world-ending situation himself. A theory also suggests that Paradox will initially recruit Deadpool to bring in Wolverine, as he has created a Nexus event by letting his world die. However, the TVA will then prune both Deadpool and Wolverine to safeguard the sacred timeline, thus sending them both to the Void. It will be in the Void that the two unlikely companions will join forces and fight together to get back and save Deadpool's universe from being erased. Battle scars and broken dreams. The trailer starts with a depressed Wolverine at a bar trying to drown his sorrows in liquor. However, he is refused by the bartender. The people seem to be appalled by the presence of Wolverine and remark that he is not welcome in the bar or anywhere for that instance. Since this Wolverine failed to save his world, he has taken the resort of distracting himself with liquor. When the bartender refuses to serve him, he replies, "Just get me one more drink and I'll leave." Referencing the last time Hugh Jackman suits up in the spandex, the whole storyline of Wolverine being unable to save his friends has an uncanny resemblance to the Old Man Logan comic, where Mysterio hypnotized Wolverine and made him kill every X-Men. Maybe something like that happened with this Wolverine, which made him a bad guy for everyone. After this, Deadpool appears and greets Wolverine by saying, "Hey, Peanut," which is a reference to Ant-Man, who calls her daughter Cassie Peanut. Deadpool then proceeds to ask Wolverine to come with him, but Wolverine declines, replying, "Look, lady, I'm not interested." This could be a potential hint for Lady Deadpool, who is rumored to appear in the movie. As Wolverine tries to get his claws out, he's only able to get a small portion of his claws out, which is also a reference to Old Man Logan and something we saw in the Logan movie as well. After Wolverine declines to go with Deadpool, the merc with a mouth pulls out his new gun, which has a special message engraved on it. It says, "Smile, wait for the flash." Deadpool then proceeds to tell Wolverine that unless he wants an additional breathing hole in his head, he should come with him. Well, this won't be the first time Wolverine has been shot in the head. He was shot in the head in X2 during the raid on the mutant school, and in X-Men Origins Wolverine, where Stryker shot Wolverine with an adamantium bullet, which made him lose his memories. However, what's noticeable is Wolverine's reaction when Deadpool points the gun at him. Instead of fighting, he leans his head towards the gun barrel, with a broken smile on his face. While it is pretty obvious that Wolverine's regeneration powers make him immortal, maybe he is looking for a way to kill himself or potentially hurt himself to take his mind away from his failures.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Multiversal mayhem. One of the apparent changes people spotted in the first teaser was the involvement of the TVA. In the teaser, when Wade is celebrating his birthday with his friends, the TVA knocks on his door and takes him to Paradox, who introduces him to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In the recent trailer, we see TVA supplying new armor, adamantium katanas, and gold-plated guns, which suggests that the TVA is recruiting Deadpool to save his universe and take down the movie's baddie, Cassandra Nova. We got our first look at the sister of Professor X, Cassandra Nova, who unlike her brother is up to no good and wants to exterminate mutants off the Earth. Cassandra Nova is seen coming out of a giant-sized Ant-Man's corpse, where she has established her headquarters, which is a direct reference to Old Man Logan's comic. She also has recruited other X-Men like Lady Deathstrike and Azazel, who were previously seen in X2 and X-Men First Class. We also saw Pyro in the teaser trailer, who is first seen sitting on what appears to be Red Skull's car from Captain America: The First Avenger. However, the references don't end here. We see Wolverine fighting with Cassandra Nova, and she quickly gains control over Wolverine's claws, which mimics Wolverine's first encounter with Magneto in X-Men. Most of these battles occur in the Void, which is a place beyond space and time as first introduced in Loki. We also get a shot of Elias, the cloud-shaped creature who disposes of everything that comes into the Void. It is in the Void that we see Deadpool and Wolverine in his classic yellow and blue costume fighting it out with a destroyed 20th Century Fox logo, which is a reference of X-Men rights being transferred to Disney. Moreover, the involvement of the Time Variance Authority in the Void suggests that the movie will probably deal with the concept of the multiverse. We also get a shot of Dogpool licking Deadpool, which confirms the theory that there are going to be different variants of the superheroes. This could mean that the Wolverine we saw in the trailer belongs to a different universe and not the X-Men universe we're familiar with. In X-Men Days of Future Past, we saw Wolverine go back and change the past, so the X-Men were never hunted by the Sentinels. However, in just a few years' time in Logan, we see that almost all the X-Men were extinct. Also in the opening credits of Deadpool 2, we saw a figurine of Wolverine being impaled on the tree, denoting that the movie took place after Logan, yet we saw Professor X, Cyclops, and Quicksilver along with Beast and other X-Men at the mansion. This scene further strengthens the theory that Logan's Wolverine is in fact dead, and we will explore a different variant of Wolverine in this movie. At the end of the trailer, we see Deadpool and Wolverine jumping through a magical portal like the one created by Doctor Strange, hinting at the arrival of the X-Men in the 616 MCU. We also previously saw Beast in the post-credit scene of The Marvels when he explained to Monica Rambeau that she has traveled to a parallel world. However, this may be the first time since Spider-Man No Way Home that characters from different realities have been able to travel to the Prime 616 universe. Another theory suggests that Paradox is the real villain of the movie, and with Kang gone, he wants to take control of the TVA, and thus he recruits Deadpool to do his bidding. This also raises the question if the movie is set before Loki Season 2 or not, as in the climax of Loki Season 2, Loki has absorbed all the branched timelines, so there is no need for the TVA to prune other realities.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero. You were an X-Man.
Two Wolverines. A few scenes hint at the possibility of encountering two Wolverine variants. One could be the bar dweller Deadpool recruits, while the other might be a battle-hardened warrior from the Void. Since the movie was announced, people have theorized about the possibility of encountering different variants of Wolverine since the Prime X-Men's universe Wolverine is dead. And now certain scenes from the trailer and teaser hint that we might get to see two different variants of Wolverine. At the start of the trailer, we're introduced to a depressed Wolverine who is engulfed by the failure of losing his friends, and later in the trailer we see a battle-hardened version of Wolverine in the Void fighting with Deadpool. The stark difference between the two characters suggests a theory that the downtrodden, depressed version of Wolverine will be taken in by the TVA, while the Void version of Wolverine will join forces with Deadpool to take down Cassandra Nova. This will also be the version that will be present for the majority of the movie. However, there is also a blink and you miss it moment in the teaser, which hints at the possibility of another Wolverine variant. There is a moment in the trailer where we see a person sitting at a table wearing a white suit. While at first glance it doesn't seem much, avid fans of the comic were quick to notice that this might be a Wolverine variant present at Madripoor. This variant sports a distinguished eye patch and functions under the alias Patch. Madripoor is the secret island where all illegal activities take place. We were first introduced to Madripoor in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where Sharon Carter took control of the place after the fallout at the events of Civil War. If this version is indeed Wolverine/Patch, we might be introduced to more characters in Madripoor. However, seeing as this is the first full-fledged introduction of Deadpool to the MCU, there was no way that it is going to go easy on the whole multiversal world combining hiatus. At the end of the trailer, we see Blind Al asking Deadpool if he would indulge in some drugs, to which Deadpool replies that this is the one thing that Feige, Kevin Feige, CEO of Marvel Studios, has said no to. He and Al then go on to list some nicknames for drugs, including Do You Want to Build a Snowman?, which is a reference to Frozen, a Disney production.
Said when your world went to shit.
Come again.
Marvelous verdict. There is a lot to unpack from the first glance at the trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine. There are some wild theories that suggest the inclusion of different variants and possible cameos from other superheroes. Still, Deadpool and Wolverine remain at the center point of the movie, and it will be entertaining to explore their relationship on screen. It truly feels that Marvel has succeeded in not changing much about the Merc with a mouth and gave free rein for the character to grow even more in the MCU. Deadpool and Wolverine are ready and geared up to take the multiversal adventure of a lifetime. If you like our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.